Hi, I'm Joe Ferrugia, and this is my presentation on current sport trends. So first, I'm going to be going over the purpose of this research, and then going through the methods that I used, and then we'll talk about the results, and then the discussion, and then the conclusions, and then I got my reference at the end. The purpose of this research was to navigate Instagram or Twitter, Facebook, or whatever, but I used Instagram and find current sport trends and identify keywords that describe the pictures slash posts or videos or whatever people used, but I used Instagram posts. So the method I used was content analysis, and I did this by reviewing 1,000 pictures from Instagram, which takes longer than you would think, honestly, if you're actually like looking at them and thinking deeply about them. And now we're going to look at my results, and which is my 10 keywords from the pictures I found. All right, so my first keyword was balance, and that's because this skateboarder has very good balance, clearly, because he's able to balance on two wheels. And I use the drama framework when looking at these pictures, and this man clearly shows mastery. And that's because he's clearly a very skilled skater and has very good balance and is also athletic enough to ollie onto that platform slash rail and only using two wheels while doing so, which is very hard to do. Alrighty, so my next keyword is determined. And that's because by looking at this picture, you can see this man is clearly very determined as he's competing in CrossFit, which is not easy. And this picture shows autonomy and mastery because he's self-determined, which is autonomy, like he's on his own. There's no teams in this competition. And also, he's showing mastery because he's challenging himself immensely by competing in CrossFit, which takes a lot of strength and a lot of practice before you can compete in any of these events. All right, the keyword I got from this picture is peaceful because she just looks like she's in a peaceful state of mind and is not bothered at all. And um, I got meaning and detachment from this because she's doing yoga and looks like she's at peace with herself and with the environment around her. This picture, keyword I got from it was bonding because these women clearly look like they're bonding while biking. And so the drama framework for this would be detachment, but also affiliation. So these women are enjoying biking as a leisure activity, which is detachment recovery, but also shows affiliation because they're enjoying this experience together. Keyword number 5 was solo because this man's on a run by himself out in wherever he may be, but in nature. And so this is detachment, but also autonomy. It's detachment recovery because this man is out in nature enjoying a run, but it's also autonomy because he's traveling alone. This picture, the keyword I got was rapper because that's Drake, the rapper. And I said this picture shows mastery, but also affiliation because rapper Drake is seen here learning how to become a better shooter in basketball because he loves the sport of basketball, obviously, and loves the Toronto Raptors. But that's mastery because he's trying to work on his game and become better. But also, I see affiliation because he's working with a professional shooting coach who's next to him named Lethal Shooter, who works with many pro basketball players. Our keyword number 7 was weights because this woman's clearly lifting weights. And I said mastery for this one because the woman lifting weights is being observed by her trainer so that she can make sure she's doing like all her exercises correct. So she's learning how to reach mastery in weightlifting, even though she just may be getting started by the look of those weights. Keyword I got from this picture was energy, because these two basketball players are clearly in a either did something really good or they're just in an intense game right now or something. But the fans are also bringing the energy and are all on their feet clapping. And the one dude is going crazy, the glasses. And it shows mastery because these women are WNBA players who are playing their sport at the highest level possible. So they definitely have reached their mastery level. Keyword from this picture is mountains, because this lady's on a mountain and she's surrounded by mountains and it looks like they're above the clouds. But this shows detachment because she's surrounded by nature and looks to be very happy in her environment. Keyword number 10 was waves. And that's because this man's a wakeboarder and he's riding waves. But this also shows detachment and affiliation. Detachment because he's enjoying wakeboarding as a leisure activity and not really like he's clearly not like a pro wakeboarder. Well, I mean he might be, but I don't think so. But also shows affiliation because somebody has to be pulling the boat or the jet ski or pulling him with the boat because you can't wakeboard alone. So he's got to be affiliated with somebody. All right, so this is my discussion, and these are my takeaways from this sport trend research. And so my first takeaway was you can find just about anything on Instagram nowadays. And there are so many random posts that come up that don't relate to what you might be searching for when you're using Instagram or really any social media. Like I was looking for hours and hours for pictures, and sometimes it would just be like random pictures that were coming up, weren't related at all to what I was looking for. And this can make it very challenging to find what you're looking for and can sidetrack you and have you wasting time looking at useless information slash photos, which happened to me a few times. But another thing I took away was Instagram can be very informational and is a useful tool if used right. And I feel like I learned some stuff from using that for this project. All right, my conclusion. The limitations of this research were only using one form of social media, which I used Instagram, and also only pictures slash posts. So like, if I could have used more than one social media, then it would probably help a lot, honestly. And if I could use like videos too and stuff, but it was just limited to one of each. And I don't really think the drama framework was that effective in explaining sport trends, but it it definitely makes more sense as you start using it more. And I think the psychological use of drama is important because it really makes you think deeply about pictures that we sometimes just see and like don't really think about. Like I had to really investigate into the pictures I was looking at, and that's how I got keywords. And for future research, I would have students use more than one form of social media and maybe do a survey with fellow students. And then this is just my reference from when I use the drama framework, and that's all. Hope you enjoyed.